Dave, what's going on, man? Check this out. Here's my, let me show you my fish. This is my 125 gallon, 6-foot long tank. And just finished water changes today, so these guys are looking really healthy. Check out this dude. He's a beast. Look at that guy. I got him as a little baby, and he's grown. He's about 5 inches, almost 6 inches. He's a redfin borlei. He's way cool. Look at this. He's a super VC10. You're just not going to find those anywhere. I bought him when he was like an inch long and grew him up, and he's not even halfway done growing. That's an Mbuna right there. I actually have a few Mbunas. That's a yellowfin ACI. He's actually pretty big for an Mbuna. This guy's really mean. This white one, it's a snow white. Right here's my Tropheus. See that red in his fins? He's kind of in the darker area of the tank, but that's a Tanganyikan fish. It's called a Tropheus. They could be pretty mean, but he's been cool. Look at that red in his fin. Totally awesome. Taiwan Reef. These guys go for about 50 bucks at this size, and he's actually has a little bit of red right behind his gills, which is really uncommon. Oh, look at that guy. That guy back there. He's a real prize right there. Super Red Empress. He's a little bit subdominant right now. That's why you see the striping on him, and his coloration's a little mellow, but he's doing great. Oh, here's my Angara. This is, I believe he's wild caught. Look at that foil on his face. It's just amazing. He's fully matured, and he comes from Pablo stock, the maker of New Life Spectrum food. Here's the Tanganyikan guy, this dude right here. Zebra obliquidin. He's probably about 2.5 years old and still kind of small. They just grow really slow. Ooh, look at this beast right there. Yeah, he's awesome. I bought him about that size. He's swimming in the darker area, but I got him at about that size. Let's see, who else do I have? Look at this guy, Venustus. He's 9 inches. He's fat. I mean, he's as big as my hand. Look, check this out. Let me put my hand up to the glass. Look at that. He's as big as my hand. That guy is a beast. Right here, I raised this guy since he was a baby, and now he's all getting colored up and he's shimmering. He's a Bukunoto. And then I have a cousin to him, which is he's a Spectabilis. He's actually right up here. He likes to hang out in this darker area. Look at that guy. Yeah, he's 9 inches long. He has more of like a streamline, kind of like a limousine body. I have a catfish back here, a giant one. Can't really see him. See him right there a little bit? Sorry, it's kind of dark. Let me move my light so you can see this guy. Look at that dude. They're nocturnal, so they don't really like to be out in light. He likes to hide under there, if you can see his whiskers poking out. This guy is a Chilosi elongatus. He's a Mbuna, and they just have kind of like a longer body on them. Ooh, dragon blood. 5-inch dragon blood. Look at how colored up and nice looking he is, all shimmery. This is an Azurus. Look how blue he is. Really nice specimen. This is just an OB. It's a peacock OB. It's really hard to find them with that kind of coloration in them. Real dark blue, and then the bright orange, white on the fin. Really cool. Here's a deep water hap. And those are, they could be hard to find at times. Sometimes they're in stock all over. That guy is really cool. I believe this is also out of the Pablo stock. And these guys are hard to find. I believe he's a wild caught fish as well. And oh, I gotta show you this guy. He's super subdominant right now, but the tank that he came out of, he was totally colored up blue. Look at him, Dimidicromis. He's about 6 inches, gnarly. See how he's like super skinny? That's how they're supposed to be, super thin like that. And really neat fish. Look at that guy. But he has no color because he's subdominant. So that's oh, and I got a bumblebee ambuna. That guy back there, he's supposed to be yellow and black, but he's just mostly black. Do you see him? Oh, here he is. He's mostly black. You could see a little bit of that yellow in him. This is what he looked like when I got him, but now he's just become a beast. Awesome dude in here. All right, let me show you what I got going on downstairs. That's my main show tank, and there's a few fish probably in the rocks hiding out that you couldn't see. But let me show you my tanks downstairs. Now these guys, these are my breeding tanks right here. So that's a female, that's another female, and then here's the male. Let's see if I can get him in the shot. There he is. See him? These guys are kind of skittish, but really nice specimen on that male. And these are dragon bloods, so their babies will come out a little bit like different colors. Some of them will be really mild colors, some of them will be really vibrant colors. Look at that guy, how orange he is, and then he has some iridescent blue shimmer to him, and it's really awesome. And I just, when I did their water change, and here he comes, real nice looking guy. I took some babies out of one of their mouths, as you can see. See if I can get this thing to focus. And look at those little babies swimming around. They still have their egg sac on them, and that's what they're using for nutrients. But they're just cruising around, and they're in this little. It's called an egg tumbler. You just hook it up to an air line and suction cup it, and there's mesh screens inside, so they can't get out, and the other fish can't get in to eat them because they would. And I probably have about 15, I'd say, in there. And yeah, so I'll be expecting to move those to a tank probably in about a week. And then also right here, I'll just show you this real quick. These are called assassin snails, and they cruise around and eat these tiny little snails. See that guy right there? Sometimes you just get these either from substrate that you buy, or they'll be little eggs, or in the water when you buy fish. They just multiply like crazy, but these assassin snails will eat them. So I've got those in some of my tanks. Down here is a real prize. Look at that guy, Ethelwine. I believe he's wild caught. And look at the iridescent blue in his fins and the yellow in the body. This guy's probably 3 years old. Look at those egg spots on his anal fin. They're gold. Beautiful specimen. And then I have 6 females in here. So they've produced quite a bit of stock for me, but these guys take so long to grow that that I don't really have any that are mature enough to sell. And I've been breeding them for over a year. Let's see, this tank I'm working on, a little project. I got to reseal the bottom part to it so it'll hold water. But down here, and this is really dimly lit. Let me see if I can add some more light. It's really dimly lit, but I've got, look at those cuckoo catfish. I've got a female right there who's holding eggs, and she might be holding cuckoo catfish eggs. Sorry, you just can't, it's not bright enough to see, but look at the cuckoo catfish. See them cruising around? I have 7 of them in here, and you can't sex them until they're like fully mature and adult. There's my redfin borlei male. Sorry, you can't see him. He's actually in the back. The little fish in the front are their offspring. This dude's in the back. See him kind of moved around. His head's poking up from behind. But yeah, this is, and then I have a little pleco down here. See that guy? It's like a little prehistoric fish, like a bottom feeder. Keeps the tank clean. So, yeah, that one's just super dark. And then in my gym, this is my grow out tank, 55 gallon grow out tank right here. And let me share with you some things I've got in here. All these with like the yellowish orange fins are redfin borlei offspring. There's a Lethrinops intermedius right there. See that guy? I bred him. I don't have the parents anymore. Then redfin borley eyes for sale back there. See how they're getting big and they're getting color in their body. So those are for sale. Those are good to go. That's a bicolor 500. I've never seen one that good. That is just amazing. And then that's an offspring right here that I've bred. That's a super ruby red, and that guy's just looking killer. What else do I? Oh, I have a rhodesii in here. This guy. I think I have another one. There's another rhodesii in here somewhere. But yeah, this is my grout tank, and then here's my Ethels. See that guy? He's a year old and still so tiny. So they just take forever to grow. And then, oh, look at that pleco in the back. Scrubbing the tank, keeping it clean. I have another pleco in here. I have a pleco in every tank just to keep it clean. Here's another little 10. These are little 10-gallon grow-out tanks, and these are actually my. See, you can see they're already getting colored up. These are the baby offspring of my dragon bloods. And then this tank, it's dimly lit, but this tank has some real treats in it. See that guy back there? He's about the size of a cell phone. That is an amazing fish. Look at the bump on his head. You just can't find these in the store. This is a frontosa, copper band frontosa. So right behind his eye, the first white stripe is actually has some copper red tint to it. That's the male, and that's the female. That female's probably a $40 fish right now, and the male's probably a $65 fish right now. Just really, really sweet. Look at this guy. Malawi thick lip, totally colored up, dominant fish in the tank. He is a real prize. That blue one there. Oh, Hat Fusco right there. He's good to go for sale. He's it's probably like a $30 fish right there, male colored up. That right there is a dragon's blood. This one's more like orange, and then this one's more like pink. So they all kind of have their own coloration to them, but they are both males, and they're both dragon bloods. That dude right, let's see. That's actually the female up there. The male back there, see him? Red with the blue face. That is a super ruby red, the father to the ones that I've bred. And he's coming along really well. Probably another year and he'll be like fully colored up. Oh, here's my other rhodesii. And then this is, this right there is a female. See, the females don't really have any color. That's a female Super VC10. So if I wanted to breed those, I have that male in my main tank and that female right there. And Super VC10s are just awesome. So that's my setup right now, man. So feel free to come on over and check out my fish, and I'll help you get set up. This is my canister filter. It's the same one that I'm running on my show tank upstairs. The rest of my tanks have these sponge filters. See that? I actually need to clean it out. But the sponge filter does two things. One, it acts as filtration. So the negative pressure that's created by the airline, it creates a draw into the sponge, and so it pulls debris and waste into the sponge itself. The sponge also holds good bacteria. That's where the majority of the good bacteria will be found in this tank, as well as in my canister filter. But that's just running this 55-gallon tank. And then it also provides additional air to the water to keep the oxygen levels up, and it breaks the surface of the water too, so that it adds oxygen for the fish. So I've got little sponge filters in there. I've got heaters in every tank. I have thermometers in every tank, so you can just see what temperature they're writing at. What's that one? 81, 82 degrees, right where I want it to be for a grow out tank. Yeah, so just want to give you an overview of all my stuff right now and what I'm working on and breeding things up. Got those little guys. Those guys will end up in the 10-gallon tank in there in about a week. And I actually have one of these females, the female redfin borlei down here. And I don't know if she's holding redfin borlei eggs or if she's holding cuckoo catfish eggs, because cuckoo catfish, this is why I put them in here, they will bust in when the redfin borlei are mating, and they will scoop up the egg they dropped and drop their own egg, fertilize it, and then the female redfin borlei will pick it up in her mouth and she'll hold that egg until it develops and then spit it out, and then it's a cuckoo catfish. So they're really sneaky in the way that they reproduce, but it's super neat, and if I can get those guys breeding, that would be amazing. Cool. Well, hope you enjoyed it, man. Let's get your tank set up and get you some cool fish.